And now, your Midday Ark-La-Miss news update.
And good afternoon on this Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in to NBC News Daily. I'm Randy Stone with your Ark-La-Miss update. Well, the mayor of Tallulah has announced his immediate resignation. Charles Fellison advises the current health conditions have required him to step down. The Tallulah City Council has until July the 29th to appoint a replacement. Governor Jeff Landry will have the authority to fill that vacancy if Fellison is not replaced by that deadline. Speaking of Governor Landry, he joined members of the Trump administration in New Orleans to discuss the future of FEMA. The governor says he is stunned at how we are still dealing with major flaws at FEMA 20 years after Hurricane Katrina. When asked if FEMA should be fixed or eliminated, Governor Landry said he's always been in favor of fixing what is broken. When questioned about President Trump's desire to phase out FEMA, Landry said that if we're to happen, it would likely be replaced by a new and more efficient federal agency that can work hand in hand with state government.
Look, I think what we're looking for is some streamlining and coordination so that we get good, clear indications about what kind of money we're getting, how it's going to be spent, how fast can we implement it. Again, there's different stages of a response. There's the emergency phase, there's a recovery phase, and then there's a mitigation phase.
Well, as for possible changes to the National Flood Insurance Program, Governor Landry says he plans to continue conversations with the federal government. We have an update now on the Baton Rouge police officer who was struck in a hit and run. He'll have to get both of his legs amputated. On June 16th, Sergeant St. Willisworth was traveling near Jordan to Prescott Road when he was hit by a truck believed to be driven by Glad Black. Black faces several charges, including hate crimes and resisting an officer. Ellsworth remains hospitalized as his family says he is showing daily progress. Well, continuing with our Texas flood coverage, the death toll rises now to 120 in Texas, including Camp Mystic children after flash floods. Authorities have confirmed at least 120 deaths across 6 counties, including those 59 adults, 36 children in Kerr County. Rescuers are desperately searching for at least 173 people who are missing, and crews are continuing to comb through the region, but the chances of finding survivors is growing slim.
And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
We'll start off mostly cloudy and then continue with the cloud cover through the afternoon. Expecting more chance for shower thunderstorms to pop up throughout much of the afternoon, evening hours. So keep an umbrella rain jacket handy. And honestly, you could still see some heavy downpours with these thunderstorms, quite like how yesterday was. As we head past sunset, these storms will start to weaken and completely disappear once we hit around midnight. But as we go into our Friday, we still have a few upper level features in place which could allow for more pop-ups across portions of the area. So staying kind of isolated for Friday and staying kind of that way for parts of the weekend will maintain light rain chances, but one thing is certain, the temperatures will be on the climb because dew points are still not likely to change anytime soon. They're going to be very hot and humid this weekend and through next week. But tonight we're going to fall to mid-70s. A few storms linger just after sunset, but most of them completely disappearing around midnight. Then tomorrow, patchy shower storms possible. Temperatures, they start their climb, and we're going to be in the upper 90s heading into the start of this weekend near 97. As we head next week, though, it gets even a little bit hotter, pushing into the upper 90s near 98, 99. That heat index, no doubt, will be in the triple digits, so make sure you're practicing heat safety for the weekend and for much of next week with little change at all with these temperatures. Lows will continue mostly in the mid-70s. Patchy shower thunderstorms still possible for parts of Monday as well.
Well, that's our update today on this Thursday. NBC News Daily continues now. Keep your eye on the weather. Check on your neighbors and pets, please. Take care of each other out there. God bless.